Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start this afternoon's proceedings with swearing in our new councillor, Michaela James. Cindy, the floor is yours.
Michaela, would you like to come up here, please? Thank you to raise down there, down to here, and then someone, please.
Yeah, so I'm Michaela James of 110 Roberts Street. Having been elected to the office of councillor for the Shire of Moora, declare that I take the office upon myself and will duly, faithfully, honestly, and with integrity fulfil the duties of the office for the people in the district according to the best of my judgment and ability, and will observe the local government rules of conduct regulation 2007. Yeah.
So that's declared today at Moora on the 26th of November. Congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Michaela. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cindy. Are you staying for our meeting?
I'm staying, but I'm moving over here.
Right. Thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're running a little bit late. I'd like to declare the meeting open. First up, we have declaration of interest. Is that now?
Yes, we can take the declarations of interest now.
Trying to find that. You give that to me.
Yeah, I put it in front of you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So that's noted. So I declared the meeting open. We've got a disclaimer. The presiding member directed the public's attention to the disclaimer and the paragraph that advises that formal meetings of council will be audio-visually recorded. Item number 2, attendance apologies, approved leave of absence. I think we have an apology from Councillor Gilbert. Correct. No other apologies. No declarations of interest, which we've been through. Item 4, public question time. Welcome to the public. Do you have any questions, please? If so, if you're able to stand up and announce your name and where you reside. Any questions?
We've just come along.
Sorry. Where's
Porter? Yeah.
and you live?
I live on a farm in that area, believe it or not.
There you go. Well, welcome. Wes, any questions?
Not really, just come to answer any questions you may have for us. We was forward to a positive result today. That's it.
Thank you, Wes. Any other questions from the public? No, you're welcome to stay on throughout the meeting. Item 4.1, response to the previous public questions taken on notice. Do we have any? No. Item 4.2, public questions. No. Item 5, petitioners, deputations and presentations. No. Thank you. Item 6, applications for leave of absence. Is there one? I think
Yes.
there is one.
I asked for leave of absence for the February meeting on the 24th. I think it's the 24th of February. We will be away.
Thank you, Councillor Hamilton. Any other leave of absence applications? No.
Wednesday, the 25th of February.
Thank you. That's noted. Announcements by the presiding member. I will start off if that's all right. So, Councillor James, what we do, we start off with if, as a councillor, you've attended any events or occasions in as a councillor, just to note them, and they'll be taken down in the minutes. So, on the November the 19th, I met with the Carnaby Group in Moora, and we went to Apex Park for a photo session to announce some exciting news. And on the 21st of November, I attended the Avon Midland Zone meeting via Zoom. which was quite constructive. We'll go around this way. Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert.
I have nothing to report.
Thank you. Councillor Hamilton.
I also met with the Carnaby Group and went to Apex Park after the agreement was signed. As well as that, I attended the opening of the really good park, really great park, at where the bowling club had a green that was to spare. So I was there, and it was fabulous to see so many families and children enjoying that little park that's just been developed through relationships built between the Moora daycare play group and the Moora bowling club and Amy from the Shire of Moora. So it was a fabulous morning. The other thing that I attended recently was the Arts Award night at the Garden Street Arts Collective, which was collaboration between the Garden Street Arts Collective, as well as the Moore Catchment Council and the Shire of Moora as far as a Junior Arts Award was concerned. So I presented the prizes at that, and that gallery was full of children and parents, and they were all ecstatic. It was just a glorious evening. And that's me.
Thank you, Councillor Hamilton. Councillor Durgan.
Report.
Councillor James.
Report.
Councillor Phillips. Thank you. We'll
Oh,
move.
sorry. Can I add one more?
Yes.
Forgive me. I actually attended Central Midlands Senior High School yesterday, and I interviewed 6 students for scholarships. And I was very impressed with the students and the way they spoke.
Thank you. Great report. Item 7.1, delegates reports. We don't have any, do we? No roads reports. Item 8, confirmation of minutes of 8.1, special council meeting 29th of October 2025. Could I have a move that those minutes are true and correct, please? Councillor Durgan, thank you. A seconder, Councillor Hamilton. Would you like to speak for or against, Councillor Durgan? Thank you. Councillor Hamilton.
Or
Everyone in favour? Oh, sorry.
So there's a fault in my surname,
Ah,
spelt wrong. Page 8.
We'll fix that for you.
well spotted.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's correct.
Everyone happy with that with a show of hands? Thank you. I'll sign them a little bit later. Move on. Item 9. This is reports of officers. 9.1.1 list of payments authorised under delegation 1.15. The author is our CEO, Gavin Robbins. Gavin, any comments on the list of payments?
No, Mr. President, I just recommend the payments to councils for authorisation. Be consistent with our budget, with our manner of business, and with all of the requirements we have and face in respect.
Thank you. Before we put it to a vote, any questions, comments, queries on those list of payments? Not insignificant at 1.6 million. That being the case, can I have a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Phillips, thank you. Councillor Hamilton, do you like to speak for or against?
I speak for.
Councillor Phillips? Thank you. Anyone like to speak against? That being the case, I'd like to see a show of hands, please. All those in favour? Carried. 9.1.2, write-off unrecoverable debts. The author. I always have trouble with your name. Jay-Z, thank you. Just checking. Any comments about the report?
So this is just basically a catch up on our rates notice. So after the rates notice, we just realized that we had issued the ESL charges against ourselves. So basically just asking to write this off. And we also have the Gardening Street, which is the dance club, which is under our policy. It's one of the exempt from rating. And so basically the recommendation is to the councillors to approve the write-off of the charges, which gives a total of $5,759.
Thank you, Jay-Z. Good report. Any questions for Jay-Z before we ask for a vote? No, the recommendation there is that there's 2 there. I might read them out. The council approved the classification of the following Shire-owned properties as non-rateable land under section 6.262A of the Local Government Act 1995 as detailed above. Put these together. And 2, approve the write-off of rates and charges totalling $5,759.94 raised in error on these Shire-owned properties. Can I have a move of recommendation, please? Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Councillor. Speaking for, Councillor Dugan. Anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, we'll put it to the vote. All hands in favour? Thank you. Carried. 9.1.3, Statement of Financial Activity for the period ended 31st of July 2025. Our author is not here this week, but he was with us 2 weeks ago. Travis Bate from RSM Australia. CEO, would you like to offer any comments?
The only comment I make is that we had that extensive discussion about our financial reports at the meeting 2 weeks ago, and I would recommend that council endorses a statement of financial activity based on those discussions.
Thank you. There's an officer recommendation which reads that council endorses a statement of financial activity for the period ended 31st of July 2025. Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Seconder? Councillor Phillips, thank you. Councillor Dugan, like to speak for? Thank you. Councillor Phillips? Anyone like to speak against? That being the case, we'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried. We've got a few of these. 9.1.4, Statement of Financial Activity for period ended 31st of August 2025. Once again, Travis Bates, RSM Australia, is the author and discussed extensively 2 weeks ago. Nothing to add. So,
in fact, there is another statement that just falls into the same category that council might like to consider collectively.
That's 9.1.5, which is period ended 30 September. Are we happy to move them en bloc?
Yes.
Thank you. We might ask if there's a mover to move those 2 recommendations en bloc. Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert, thank you. Seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Dugan, anyone like to speak against? Both of those recommendations carried. Thank you. Bit lost here. We have 3 of them.
Yes.
We did one, and then we on to item 3.
Page 16 now. 9.1.7.
Thank you, Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert. Yes. Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert has moved from the room. 9.1.7, Sale of Land, Lock 161, Bottle Brush View. Our author is Chief Executive Officer Gavin Robbins. Could you give us a quick...
Have we considered the financial activity for the period 31st of October?
That's where I thought I might have got lost. Did we move 2 or 3?
Two.
So I moved 2 on block. I need to move 1 more.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, thank you. We call Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert back in.
Yes.
Thank you. My mistake. Going too fast there, Bob. Sorry, Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert, my mistake. 9.1.6, Statement of Financial Activity for period ended 31st of October 2025. Once again, Travis Bates is the author and well discussed 2 weeks ago. Recommendation there that council endorses the Statement of Financial Activity for the period ended 31st October 2025. Is there a mover, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert. Like to speak for?
For.
Think anyone like to speak against? All those in favour, please show your hands. Thank you. Carried. My apology. Thank you, Councillor Clydesdale-Gebert. Thank you, Bob. That's why we pay you the big dollars. Item 9.1.7, Sale of Land, Lock 161, Bottle Brush View.
This is a discussion we've had several times in respect of the sale of industrial land. We've received an offer of $50,000 plus GST from a company called EPAC. And that company has made an unconditional offer, accepting the Shire's conditions that are applied to each of the lots of land that we sell, primarily which in this case relate to the requirement to construct on the land a suitable building within 2 years. If that building isn't built in that time, the purchaser can be forced to sell it and return the land and the money or the funds to the Shire. Our recommendation is that this local business be encouraged to continue developing its business, and that's subject to no further comments from the public, or no comments at all from the public coming in by Friday this week that we confirm the sale of land.
Thank you. Any questions, queries and comments? The CEO's report there? No, that being the point, being the case, I'll read out the officer recommendation that council, subject to prevailing conditions of sale and caveats, authorise the sale of lot 161 Bottlebrush View, Moora to HEPAC Proprietary Limited, ATF HEP Trust, ABN number, or the sum of $50,000 GST exclusive. Is there a mover for the recommendation, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor Phillips, thank you. Speak for Councillor Hamilton.
I speak for.
Councillor Phillips, for. No one like to speak against? No. Show of hands, please. Carried. Thank you. Welcome. I might call Councillor Clydesdale-Gerbert back in. Welcome back, Councillor Clydesdale-Gerbert. Just to report to you that was passed, the recommendation on lot 161 Bottlebrush View. 9.2 Development Services. 9.2.1 Kirchhoff's Carnaby Group. We have author is our CEO. Gavin, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I don't think I need to say a great deal about this, having discussed it considerably over recent times. However, in the last few months, we've had several conversations with the Kirchhoff Carnaby Group. We've had a meeting here at council that discussed a whole series of issues relating to the Kirchhoff Carnaby Group and the construction of the structure and where it might be located. And I think it would be fair to say that the location has been probably the most troubling aspect of considerations of recent times. We had some positive meetings with Wes and Topsy recently, and it was decided that it would be timely for us to consider the advice of the community and the community attitudes, and also discussions that went with that, around the location of the structure, to consider council moving that the structure be built in Apex Park. And the recommendation from the officers is that that be the case. But in saying that, it also ties into a recommendation made by Councillor Dugan, who may wish to speak further about this in a moment. But our recommendation is that council endorse the proposal that the Big Cockatoo structure be located in Apex Park, and that the Shire undertakes the planning and development of budgets and support material for the project following the transfer to the Shire. And that's the recommendation from the Shire to council. And
feel free to add.
Yeah. On the recommendations, I'd just like to add one more point to be in full support of it. Just if we can add a point to say that we endorse the use of, the approval be given at or close enough to, in close enough proximity to the original site where principal support was given, that the existing geo survey can still be used.
Yes, just putting that in words. Anything else to add? So it's a slight amendment.
Slight amendment, but otherwise nothing more.
Any other questions, comments, queries? Anything to add? We have to vote on the amendment. It's only slight
it's a slight amendment. We do need to vote on it.
Right. You like to move that, Councillor Dugan? A seconder? Councillor Clydesdale-Gilbert, thank you. Like to speak for or against?
For.
All those in favour? Thank you, that's carried. So any other comments or questions? That being the case, I'll put the recommendation out, which our CEO has read out, but I'll read out again. The officer recommendation that council endorse the proposal that the Big Carnaby's cockatoo structure be located in Apex Park, and 2, the Shire undertakes the planning development of a budget to support the project following its transfer to the Shire. And number 3 should read
That the structure be located as close as possible to the original site, as agreed by the Shire and Kirkhoff Carnaby Group.
Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor James, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Phillips, you'd like to speak for or against? Thank you. For. Anyone like to speak against? Show of hands in support. Thank you. Carried. Very good. Item 9.3.1, tender number 032025, supply of road service stabilisation services, and tender number 022025, supply of road service sealing services. The author is Keith Dickerson, who was in a while ago at our briefing session. Seems fairly straightforward. Any comments from our CEO?
No, I support the recommendation.
Any queries, comments or questions from councillors? No. Therefore, I will put the officer recommendations, and I will read it out. The council accepts 1, tender RFT 032025 received from Western Stabilisers Proprietary Limited for the supply of road service stabilisation services at 2% weight of cement, as per the attached rate of $11.06 metre square, including GST. And 2, tender RFT 022025 received from Bitchatech for 1, the supply of road service 2-coat sealing services, as per the attached rate of $8.86 metre square, including GST. And 2, the supply of road service single-coat resealing services using S45R bitumen, as per the attached rate of $6.10 metre square, including GST. Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Councillor Hamilton, speak for or against?
For.
Thank you. Anyone like to speak against? No, that being the case, I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried. Just a note to that, I did some rough figures today. That is 20 hectares of sealing, which is 50 acres, which is no mean feat. So well done to the crew. We have an officer disclosure interest. Keith Dickerson, Managing Engineering Services. I've missed, sorry, jump the page. Tender. On 9.3.2, tender number 0425 grader changeover. The author is Keith Dickerson, who was in earlier at our briefing session. Anyone like to ask any questions on this item? Yes, Councillor Dugan.
I'd like to, as we discussed earlier, I'd like to put forward that we, in fact, instead of going with Cat Machine, look at the 2023 model. I do know that it's an extra year and a half older. However, the savings and the fact that it can still do the job that we need it to for the next 10 years, being able to save $41,000 on the price of the Cat Machine and $64,000 on the price of the new machine, tells me by the time it comes time for trading, when we're talking, $150,000 trading, we're getting a lot more value than what any trading price is going to affect it in 10 years' time. The real value in it is the savings we're going to get up front, and that also frees up $40,000 on the budget.
Right. So are you you're speaking against the recommendation or wanting an amendment?
Yes.
That's the correct thing here to do, Mr. CEO.
So Councillor Dugan needs to move an amendment.
Right.
We need to vote on that.
So I need you to move an amendment, and I need a seconder. So you'd like to move it?
an amendment that instead of the I-40, we purchased the 2020, the brand new 2023 model 620 CP 12-foot blade for the changeover price of 257,000.
Thank you. We've got that. Is there a seconder, please? Councillor James, thank you. Or Councillor Dugan, you've already spoken for it. Would you like to speak any more? No. Councillor James, would you like to speak for or against? For? Anyone like to speak against? That being the case, Councillor Hamilton.
So I'm speaking against the motion that's just been made. I speak against the motion because there's more than just simply the changeover price, in that you've got to have a dealer that's going to be able to supply you with the services that you require with a machine, and there's a significant cost regarding that. So I speak against Councillor Dugan's motion.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak for or against? That being the case, I'll put that amendment to the vote. All those in favour of the amendment?
Sorry, I'm sort of not sure
Over
what
the
I'm
amendment?
meant to be doing.
We've got 1, 2, 3. All those against the amendment? 3 all. I have the presiding vote, do I? I'd vote against the amendment. Thank you. So we'll go back to our original recommendation, which reads, Council accepts tender 04-25 received from Westrac for the trade into the current 12M grader and the purchase of one only 2025 model Caterpillar 140 with a 12-foot moldboard blade at a changeover cost of $298,300 plus the cost of the reversible fan for $5,000 excluding GST. Is there a mover for that recommendation, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. Is there a seconder? We need a seconder for the recommendation to be able to vote on it. Councillor Clydesdale-Gabert, thank you. Would you like to speak for or against Councillor Hamilton?
For.
Councillor Clydesdale, thank you. Therefore, we'll put it to vote. All those in favour? So we've got 3, and all those against? 2, 3. Once again, we've got a tied vote. I have the presiding vote, do I? I would vote for the recommendation of the Caterpillar grader. Thank you. We'll move on to 10 reports.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Topsy.
Thank you.
Topsy. Look forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you
Be
all.
lovely. See ya.
Excuse us.
Thank you, Wes.
Yes, Wes.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Reports of committees, general purpose committee meeting, 12th of November 25.
There are a number of recommendations, a number of item numbers referred to here. We've dealt with all of the matters that were raised in the general purpose committee meeting 2 weeks ago. So this evening we've accepted the finance reports and the expenditure reports. What we need to note is that Civic Legal is completing the submission to the Department of Local Government to go to the department, and then from the department to SAT in respect of our rates. We've just dealt with the roadworks contract and the purchase of new machinery, and we move down to the risk management review report. And moving that, in addition to the CEO's Regulation 17 system review report. So those 2 items need to be put to a vote by council.
So finance reports, don't have to move.
No, we're done with those.
Just note them. We're going to 10.4 risk management review report. Bob, welcome. What's the author?
So this has been to the audit committee, and the audit committee recommended to council that it be received. I don't have anything to add to the reports that are there for council, but happy to take any questions.
Any questions, comments, queries to the author of the report, Bob Hoogland? No, that being the case, there's a committee recommendation there that council receive the risk management review report. Is there a mover, please? Councillor Phillips, thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. Councillor Phillips, speak for or against? Councillor Hamilton?
For.
That being the case, I'll put it to vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimously. 10.5, CEO's Regulation 17 System Review Report for 2025. Once again, the author of the report, Bob Hoogland. Bob, any comments?
Exactly the same, went to audit committee. Information hasn't changed, but again, happy to take any questions that's made.
Any comments, questions, queries to Bob? No, that being the case, there's a committee recommendation there that council receive the CEO's Regulation 17 System Review Report for 2025. Is there a mover, please? Councillor Hamilton, thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor Dugan, thank you. Councillor Hamilton, for or against?
For.
Councillor Dugan, thank you. Put it to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried.
And there's one last point there that was just dealt with regard to the disposal of the industrial effect. Very bottom, 10.6.
Thank you. Yes.
Or I have to leave for that one?
No.
We've dealt with it.
Thank you. Right, go to item 11.1, member motion. Elected member motions of which previous notice has been given. 11.1, member motion, Councillor Dugan, Moora Housing and Homelessness Committee. Author of the report is Councillor Dugan. Would you like to speak or to the report, Councillor Dugan?
Yes. Well, as we discussed earlier, I rehash Councillor James, as he wasn't here. This motion is not for any specific housing projects or anything like that to be undertaken. No community housing projects to be undertaken. As pointed out in point 1 of the motion and also within the terms of reference, it is purely to form a committee to collect data and information to explore ideas and things like that, and make recommendations and give advice to council. This information, I believe, will be good to be able to request more assistance or be able to provide targeted information for the area when we're engaging with state and federal governments, being able to speak to the Department of Communities, housing ministers and the like, and may also assist in future grants and grant applications and stuff like that about population density, number of persons displaced, homeless, and also about trying to engage with service providers that aren't currently available in the town, things of that nature, being able to give them that sort of information, and assisting with the wraparound services to try and prevent the homelessness as well.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to ask Councillor Dugan as author report any questions?
Can I just ask Councillor Dugan, when you talk about wraparound services for the homeless people, is there not something already provided by volunteer organisations or not-for-profit organisations or state government as far as wraparound services? Because I would imagine that would be a very high level of training and skill that you would need to have in order to be able to provide those services.
Yes, and that's what I'll clarify. It's not about us providing those wraparound services. It's about us engaging and getting them to become available to the people of the town. So, and it's also one of those things where it's something that the committee will be looking at and making recommendations to the council to do those actions. It wouldn't be the direct action of the committee.
Any other questions, queries or comments to the author? Being the case, there is office a recommendation there that council does not commit to this proposal unless it is absolutely clear as to the committee's purposes and expectations. So I've read the recommendation out. Is there a mover for the recommendation, please? Councillor Phillips, thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor Hamilton. Would you like to speak for or against councillor Phillips? Councillor Hamilton,
For.
thank you. Anyway, that being the case, I'll put the recommendation to the vote. All those in favour? 3, 1, 2, 3. All those against? 1, 2, 3. Once again, 3 all. The presiding vote. I would like to back the officer recommendation that council does not commit to this proposal unless it is absolutely clear as to the committee's purposes and expectations. All those in favour, please raise your hand. 2, 3, and against? 3 all once again. Presiding vote. I would like to vote for the officer's recommendation. Thank you. We'll move on to 11.2, Kirkhoff Carnaby Cockatoo, which is, we have dealt with that. No recommendation. Councillor Durgan, please.
I'll put the motion that we remove that from the agenda now.
Yes.
Yep.
You're moving that?
Yes.
A seconder? Councillor Clydesdale-Gabert, thank you. Like to speak for or against?
Oh.
Thank you. Anyone like to speak against? When the case put at the vote, all those in favour? Thank you. Carried unanimously. And just item 12, new business of an urgent nature introduced by decision of council. Nothing. No. Thank you. Item 13, matters for which the meeting may be closed.
Been advised.
Thank you. Item 14, closure of meeting. I'd like to close the meeting at 13 minutes past 6. Thank you everyone for your attendance. And once again, congratulations, Councillor James. Great to have you on board. Thank you.